yes, we live, we live. It looks like we live. Hang on, hang on. Yes, yes. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Empress Reserve Menin. Yes, family, one perfect balance. Greetings and welcome to another special, super special edition of Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. And if we're not correct, feel free to inbox, drop me a line, WhatsApp me, and get the record straight. We don't have no problem with correction. That's how man become perfection. We give thanks, man. We have a very special honorary guest here tonight. I am most humble, knowing that I grew up listening to this brother speak for years of consciousness, even when I wasn't even aware of half the stuff he was talking about. But to then grow and learn and realize it's just an honor, man. It really is an honor. And so I'm sitting at the feet of the elder tonight, listening to none other than, I don't even want to use the word great, but the honorary, MUTABARUKA. I mean, so much can be said, but I'd rather let him tell his own story, because from what I heard, and I don't know if it's fully true, he could tell me if it's true or not. I heard that usually when he travel and stuff, he doesn't wear shoes. I don't know if that is true, but soul connection. I like it. So we're going to give thanks and praise tonight. The elders with us. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. I have a question tonight for all you, Barbados, Caribbean, International. And you could change the name for your own country. But the question is, when did Barbados become a country? That's the question I'm asking people tonight. And I would love some feed forward. So go and ask your granny, go and ask your grandfather, go check with your uncle and your auntie. Go check with the children at school, because they teach us this stuff. The question is, when did Barbados become a country? We're going to discuss this issue with land in the Caribbean, this thing with the Queen and the governments that just, what the government's doing and what they're not doing. This thing, republic, or the illusion of republic, although we have no constitution or nothing. We're going to discuss some stuff tonight. Part 2 from Wednesday, family. Haile Selassie the First. This week is the whole coronation. His Majesty came to Barbados and he visited Jamaica and Trinidad. And we're going to discuss this thing with sovereignty, man. The land belongs to the people. The country belongs to the corporation and the plantocracy. So it's time we give it back, and let's just chart our way forward. So before I go forward real quick, go tell a friend to tell a friend. I want to play a song I got this in my inbox. I thought it was interesting. To my understanding, this is one of our very own homegrown sister Indra. I'm going to share this really quick. May not the whole thing, but definitely give you a taste of it. While you go share this, go tell a friend to tell a friend. Go tell a friend to tell a friend, family. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tears they fall. Tell a friend, family.
What a state this place it is. Suffering, yes.
Give me a sound check, family. If you could hear, give me some hearts, some thumbs up, something. Give me some feed forward. Let me know that everybody in the house and we can hear each other loud and clear.
Souls out of control, going astray.
People out of control.
Shall inherit the earth for sure.
But the meek shall inherit the earth for sure.
Don't you bet with wicked ones, it's seeming like they reign. Many have no conscience, and some money and no brain. Some are seeking fame, but one day everybody gonna call on the Most High.
Rastafari.
I know them calling good evil and them calling evil good. You better put on your armor like the book it says we should. I could go on and on, but the tears will start to fall.
Cha, this tune here give me bumps, brethren. Serious, man. We could go on and on. Tell a friend to tell a friend, family. Go share this with your peoples in your WhatsApp groups. Oh wait, I forgot.
And they call this
shout out to ADDI.
While they're popping up them chairs, and I'm wrestling the small man to the ground. They are lovers of self, and it's evident no one else social experiments never care what the price is.
Serious, family.
How much gunman in the street while the youth are in the school? Tell me, how could somebody be so wicked and so cruel? I read the way this world it is a shame. I could go the tears will start to fall.
Says she could go on and on, but the tears will start to fall. Look, I like it though, family. Give me your thoughts on that particular one. Shout out to Indra on that one. Big tune coming out of Barbados, man. Straight homegrown. Ain't nothing like some good homegrown here. True meditation, man. We don't know all them brand name, other thing. But the music right now we need is healing music. We need healing music. We have too much indoctrination music, man, that cursing the people and cursing the youths and got their minds on a different frequency. We got to reverse that, family. So big up to Indra on that message right there. Full 100 respect. Definitely want to shout out everybody who here so far in the building. Give thanks and praise. And without any further ado, we're not even wasting any more time. I want to bring the elder in. Like I said, this is just an honor, man. Like I'm at the feet of the elder. You know, so permission to speak, man. And right now, allow me to just introduce you to none other than our very own Caribbean International Ambassador. Yes, greetings, and welcome to Politically Incorrect for the very first time. None other than MUTABARUKA. Welcome.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, brethren. Give thanks.
Rastafari.
I don't know. I don't understand what you say. They're at my feet. I asked me if I have my shoes. I don't. That means you're there at my feet.
Well, actually, somebody told me. I don't know. Again, somebody told me.
Just say, I'm at the feet of the elder, and then you ask somebody tell them I walk barefoot. But if you're there at my feet, you're not supposed to just look down on my foot and say, "Me have my shoes or not, man."
Taken, granted. It's a true thing. So I will have to answer the question from the door. You know, as a matter of fact, there's a sign of humility. They say in some cultures to wash a man's feet, you know, and there's certain practices we might have had that instill these cultures and ideas, but you know, I don't want to say times have changed, but a lot of things we have strayed away from that help perhaps build and develop character as well as a people and being humble to one another and each other. And I don't want to be traded for cologne. I don't want to be traded because perhaps in some cases we didn't even have a choice based on the education system that we was given that put ideas in our mind to be a particular way and giving up certain practices we had before. But here we are as a people in the Caribbean, and I say the Caribbean because this is where we at. This is where we are right now, despite all that's going on in the world. For me, it's about having conversations on how we can heal the people in the region, especially because we can't heal outside and we not heal inside. You got to start inside first. And I know that you do a lot of works and you share a lot of messages in Jamaica and across the globe from what I've seen. And that famous poem, Thief and Legacy, you know, the question is when did Barbados become a country? I could ask you the same question. When did Jamaica become a country? And I want to discuss the land issues, especially
Jamaica was always a country, you know. Jamaica was always a country. I don't know about Barbados. Jamaica was always a country. Because it's not Christopher Columbus put it here, and it's not Queen Elizabeth put it here. It's nature put it here, so it was always here. I don't know. The question.
I feel the same way.
It's a non-question. When you say when it become a country, you must ask when it become under imperial colonialism and slavery, and ask when is it that it decide that it is independence, and when is it that it decide if it is independent?
I mean, even asking that question, we have to answer the question. My question was the last part when you said with independence. It is interesting because right now this month is Barbados Independence Month, November the 30th. It's supposed to be this big thing, but you know that they switch over. They call it a republic now, and it's like a 2-in-1 kind of thing. I mean, I don't even still grasp it. So you're asking all the right questions. The territory, the physical landmass was always here. That's a fact. As far as
it was always a country.
Always. But that's when I asked someone the question earlier. How do we define a country? Because I hear what you're saying, but my question is, how do we then define a country? Like, what is a country?
Yeah, but you see, it's like when the American them ask, so you must define who is a woman.
Mm.
That's rhetorical. We understand exactly what to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hear them ask in court, who is a woman? Or you define a woman? Because
Mm.
them have this transgender thing going on now. You can't say woman again, you have to say person. So if you say, when we become a country,
Right.
when Barbados become a country, that question there is a non-question. You know, Barbados is always a country. The question would have to go deeper than that. The question would have to ask, when did Barbados become independent? Or is Barbados independent? Or when did Jamaica become independent? Or is Jamaica independent? But the country thing is a non-question. I can't answer that. I don't answer it already. The country was always here. That can't become a country. Maybe it's gases and lava bring it and it farm into to dirt and sand and stone and all these things. Thousands, millions of years ago. So if I don't know when that happened, but I can tell you when them said Jamaica become independent. And I can say, is it independent?
You see,
I
one
can't ask a
question
question
rolls
about
in.
when did Jamaica become a country.
One question rolls into the other, and that was the whole point of me asking the question, was to provoke that, because, like you were saying, it's been formed a long time ago, before there was ever colonial thought in this part of the woods.
Thousands of years before Adam and Eve.
Thousands.
Before Adam and Eve
Before
and
any,
God and all this.
before Adam and Eve, of course, it was already here. And so then, how did it go from being here to now where it is something else, that you said? And then the independence aspect, because right now everybody's making this issue about independence was our legacy and we don't want to lose it, and then the republic is a new thing and we want to merge the two, and
you don't
the
want to
back and
lose
forth.
independence. That's what I'm saying.
Well, the government kind of, I think it's a kind of a gimmick. They suggested that they were going to done away with the independence and call it now Barbados National Day, because we're supposed to be a quote unquote republic. So as a republic now, rather than celebrate an Independence Day, they said they're going to celebrate a National Day. But then they came back because the people made an issue out of it, and they said, well, no, we ain't not going to do that anymore. We're going to leave it as an Independent Day. And I guess they'll eventually announce. As a matter of fact, let me play the clip. Let me play this here real quick. Let me just play this part real quick. This will put some light to this matter real quick.
Yeah, but hold on before you play.
Go ahead.
You see, you ask me some question now, like me is a Bajan. You see, the people them in the country have got to decide that, I can't.
No, that's why he said you could change the name from Barbados to Jamaica and answer the same questions. Because, like you said, when did Jamaica become independent? When did Jamaica become independent?
But Jamaica is not independent.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean not independent?
Jamaica not independent. The Queen still governs Jamaica. The Queen is the head of state. Sorry, not the Queen, the King. The King is the head of state.
The King, right.
Yeah, we have a governor general, So it's a different thing. The King is the head of state. Jamaica not independent. You have to find what that means independent. Jamaica
okay, so what is meant by what is meant by independent? Let me answer that question first.
No, wait. If you don't tell me about independence or independence, you try to get me to tell you if Barbados is independent or Barbados is not independent. So you have to define independence. If you have to define independence, because you are telling me, say Barbados, when did Barbados become independent? I tell you, say Jamaica not independent. I don't know about Barbados.
Okay.
You
so Jamaica is not
Barbados independent. I tell you, say, look here, I never asked if Jamaica independent, I tell you, say Jamaica not independent. But you are asked a question, when it become independent. I don't know that. You have to tell me that. When it become independent.
Okay. Before I tell you that, I want you to do me one favor. You said Jamaica is not independent. Why do you say that?
You know why we say that? You know why we say that? Because it still have the head of state as the King of England, and we have a Governor General here that represent the head of state in Jamaica. That is why I would say it. An independent country cannot have a foreign country as the head of state. The head of state is supposed to be in the country, from the country. That means if you say you're independent, you say, all right, I am independent, I have my own. The first lady is the prime minister's wife. Just
Right.
like in America, the first
Right.
lady is the
Right.
president's wife. We don't have a
Right.
first lady in Jamaica other than the governor general wife, which represent the king of England. So Jamaica is not independent.
Wow. Well, then, if that's the wait, hold on. But if what you're saying is what it is, let me show you
What do
something.
you mean? What it
Barbados.
is? It's what we. I mean, what do I have to say? If
No. Watch what I show you. Watch what I show you.
Is.
That is what it is. Well, if that is the case, if Barbados is now a republic, it would mean then that Barbados is only now independent.
No, but you must find out that. I can't tell you that.
Well, if they done away with the Queen and they done they done away with the Queen, but they give the son the highest award in the land,
and them still belong up to the Commonwealth. Jamaica is the Commonwealth. We belong to the Commonwealth. You can't be independent and the Commonwealth rule over you. My Commonwealth.
So what you saying?
Commonwealth.
So what you saying?
What I am saying is that Jamaica is not independent.
Well, Barbados is still in the Commonwealth.
I don't. Barbados is still the Commonwealth.
It's CARICOM. They say they CARICOM, and the Queen is headed CARICOM.
Commonwealth different from CARICOM.
Well, here's the question then.
Commonwealth
if it is that independence, if independence is removing the head of state and having your own, well, in this case, president, because we now have a president, we don't have a governor general anymore. She's now the former governor general is now the current president, and we are no longer supposed to be under the colonial rule. We're now so-called republic.
But you have the Commonwealth. You're still under the Commonwealth. Who's the head of the Commonwealth?
Right now, it had to be King Charles.
The British is the head of the Commonwealth.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
So we are still under the Commonwealth, which means that we're not independent.
You must decide that. If you see the independence as just being getting rid of the king and getting rid of the queen. If you say you're independent because you get rid of the king and get rid of the queen, yes. But so I don't see independence. I see independence as total national Jamaican people. Not by the Commonwealth, not by the King of England, not by our representative here, the Governor General. I don't see Jamaica as an independent country. The constitution that we have is come from England.
Right.
The constitution was not decided by Jamaican people. It's two men, Bustamante and Norman Manley, went to England and them structure a constitution based upon the same colonial masters and bring it to Jamaica. And from that 1962 till now, them use the same constitution to govern the people. That is not independent. Independence is when the constitution is structured by the government of the country that the constitution is supposed to rule. So we still under some colonial laws that we use in Jamaica as law, wrong and right, and what is wrong and what is right. And then we say we're independent. No, sir, that can't be independence.
Well, that makes sense because even in Barbados right now, although they claim they're a republic, they never had a constitution in the first place. They took the old colonial constitution, changed some words in it, call it the new constitution, but we're going to work on a newer republic constitution, which is what they claim to be working on now. So the whole thing is a gimmick. It's had to be a gimmick because they can't use the colonial constitution, replace words to make it the republic constitution while they work on a republic constitution. I mean, that is
like what Rasta do. Rasta, what don't know ignorance, use the Bible as in constitution and then replace God with Jah.
I think we lost the L there for a second. Communication. Are you there? Interestingly enough.
Did you hear me a while ago?
No, you broke up. Say that again. Say that again. You were speaking Rasta in the Bible.
Can't hear you, Bridget.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Not hearing you.
I can hear you though. Let me try. How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Not hearing you.
Not sure. Let me see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If y'all can hear me out there, give me some feed forward.
Something
Let me
gone
see if
wrong
it's my
here.
mic.
Not hearing you. Not hearing you. Not hearing you. Not hearing you.
Hold on. Let me see. If anything, oh man.
Not hearing you.
If you can't hear me, I can't even tell you to go out and come back in. Try to come back in. Let me see if he goes out and comes back in. Let me see if he comes back in. If you're there, let's reconnect again. Let's come forward. Just come forward. If you can hear me, just plug back in. Quite interesting, family. Quite interesting. I see somebody was saying something here earlier. Greetings, one and all. Yes, welcome. Right upful welcome to the elder MUTABARUKA. Give thanks, oneness, blessings flow. I see you, Shimon. Now the islands is an independent country. This is a fact. Now listen to MUTABARUKA, not free subjects, no rookie. You have to have your on point with even your questions. Serious. Blessings, everyone. Simmer and Bim. If you're there, you could always plug back in. Let me see if you're going to come forward again and see. We can hear you. We can't hear the elder. Probably perhaps there's a call on the phone, so that must see what happened and knock it out. But yes, King. Yeah, I realized I was going to tell you to click on the link again and come back. Try reconnecting and see what happened. Yeah, just try reconnecting again. Let's click on it again. If you can hear me and I can hear you clear, you can probably try it. If not, just try the other link again and see where I'm going. You can hear me? All right. But I'm not hearing you through the mic on the computer. All right, try it and see what happened. You could try it and see what happened. Yeah, no, I'm hearing you on the WhatsApp, but you could try it on the computer and see what happened. All right, but use the phone again. Use your phone and try to reconnect. Go to WhatsApp and use your phone and try to reconnect. Yeah, there you go. I see you there. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm not hearing you though. I'm not hearing you on the. I'm not hearing you on the phone. I'm not hearing you on the phone. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Do me a favor. Mute your mic and then unmute it and see what happened. I'm not hearing you this time. Not hearing you. Probably. I'll tell you what. Because two platforms can't share the same mic and camera. Probably because you were on a WhatsApp call at the time when you plugged in. it probably disabled your mic on the StreamYard. So what you do is, I'm gonna put you out the studio right now. Hang on a second. Let me see if it works. I'm gonna kick you off the studio. Just plug back in without going to WhatsApp. Just click on the same link again. Try it one more time. So I'm gonna close off this one. I can't hear you. I'm gonna close off this one and just click on it again. Okay, let's see if that works, family. Let's see if that works. In the meantime, I just wanted to play a clip real quick. This brother here, this conversation is good. Is quite interesting. Independence. How can you be independent? Well, if we're not independent, family, we were all living this illusion all along. And the question is, what's next? You know, there's some questions we need to be answering our so-called representatives, for those who are interested in doing so. Let me see how it happens. Yes, greetings. Yes, I can hear you clear. All right, well, hold on. Let me do it this way then. That way you don't have to worry about the StreamYard. Yeah, but I'm hearing you on the phone now, so I'm probably just going to use the phone line if that's fine with you. All right. Let me know if y'all could hear him. Say something. Let me hear. Let me do a sound check. Let me know if y'all can hear the elder speaking. Yeah, I'm going to do a sound check to see if others can hear you loud and clear. Y'all can, let me get a little stand here, a little leverage, put a little leverage between here and the mic. All right, can y'all hear the elder? The city volume is a bit low, not clear. They said not clear, volume low. Let me see if I hold it closer to the mic. What happens? How about now? Say, give me a mic check there, elder.
Yes, take 1, 2, 3, check.
Okay, how's that? That's any better? Much better. Okay. So I guess they can hear now.
Right.
Okay, that's better. Okay, yeah, we got yeah, we better now. Yes. All right. So you were saying something about Rasta and the Bible and replacing Jah.
I was saying that this is like when you say constitution, you must call some words like that. There's a new constitution.
Right.
I say Rasta have that same problem too with the Bible, because what they do, they kind of convert a lot of the words in the Bible to fit Rasta. It's like you cut off your nose to fit your face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like they take the Bible and convert it and say, I is Jesus Christ. But when you hear them it's the same thing when they say Jesus too. In the Bible, it's got them and say, I too, which not no gospel. The things that were in the Bible when they say Jesus too, I have nothing to do with it. But because when them preach that, them say, well, you know, I did say, this foundation is in the world, but I never say nothing like that. The Psalms 87 say that.
Mm-hmm.
There's the same thing now when you have a constitution, but give it to you by the slave masters. I just use the same constitution and take some words out and put some of your other words in it and say, this is your constitution, rather than throw away the whole one. You need to throw away the whole one, and then the people in the government must come together and fashion their own constitution. That's what we are talking about.
I agree.
That's why Jamaica is not independent, because Britain do have a written constitution, you know. Britain do have a written constitution. Yet still them give Jamaica a constitution to govern by.
Right.
And now, see what is happening. The constitution is not Jamaican. The queen, the king is not Jamaican. The crown is not Jamaican. And we continue saying that we're independent. What kind of independence is that? You know, in America, the Civil War. You know who was fighting the Civil War? It's British was killing British people fighting the Civil War.
Serious.
And one said them want the Queen stay, and the other one said no, we want to go a republic.
That's right.
So the South fight the North, and the North win. And now the North is the republic. America is a republic that is 50 at different, we can call them countries, even though they say state. Them is countries, it's a continent with 50 at different countries, just like Africa.
Serious.
It's a continent with 50 at countries, but it's run by one president.
Serious.
And different governors. And the governors have the authority to say what is happening in their country, which like Austin, Texas is a country, you know, New York is a country, Florida is a country, and them have them own governors that decide what happens in that state. That is independence. That is independence.
Wow.
Them to have the queen over them, and them to have a constitution. It's them write them own constitution.
Well, that's where they claim to be at this point. And I use the word claim because, like I said, they're using, well, I don't even know what they're using, to be very frank, because one thing applies today and then tomorrow is something different, and then all kind of stuff going on. It's complete confusion. And so that's why I threw the question out there, in a sense, to provoke a thought. And I see what you're saying in terms of, well, you can't say you're independent if you have the people over you. You can't be. So I fully overs that for sure. Well, let me ask you a question. As a people from the region, as a Caribbean people, you know, where do you see us going if we continue to perpetuate this illusion?
Where we're going, I don't know where the people are. I know where I go. You know, see, and that is to clear my thoughts and my views, a cultural expression of these colonialist, neo-colonialist attitudes. That is the beauty about Rastafari. Rastafari has allowed themselves to journey where no other group of people in the Western world has ever gone. So we know it's creating a cultural expression that is unique in the Western world here. Amongst black people.
Serious.
It's in a sensibility of Africa that the Marcus Garvey decided Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad. If you have no confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won without starting. And again, people without a knowledge of them history is like a tree without root. So we are firmly into Marcus Garvey and the vision that Marcus Garvey have for African people. See? So that is where I see we're going. We are confident, according to Island. We are confident in the victory of good over evil. That is where we're going. That is where I am going.
Well, I like it. I overs it. I love it because I feel the exact same way. And I keep telling people all the time that it's time we start calling a spade a spade. We're using these different terms and words, not fully understanding the implication of perpetuating the illusion, because it gets us to accept that it is something that it is not, and therefore you see no reason why you should, according to the scripture, come out to her, my people. So you kind of get comfortable and start to look for comfortability with enslavement.
Yeah, like I told them called Stockholm Syndrome. You ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome?
Stockholm Syndrome. It's true. You're correct.
Stockholm Syndrome is where a man kidnap a woman or a man kidnap a person, and then the person starts to love the kidnapper and don't want to come out of the kidnap situation. That is what you call Stockholm Syndrome. And black people have that same problem there. We get so involved with the slave master that we don't even know, so we are traumatized. So we start to love the slave master. We start to love England and start to love all the things that white people have to offer us and to get our Africanness. You know, we call ourselves West Indian, and we're not Indian and all these things. Commonwealth, and it's only one set of people have the wealth. There's come out of them things.
Commonwealth, but only one people have the wealth.
Yeah, but one people have the wealth, we don't have the wealth. We call ourselves West Indian, we call Columbus, we come here. We call that in India. So we as African people name West Indian. That is what we are called colonialism at its highest level. That are people without the knowledge of them past our history is like a tree without root.
Serious.
So if you don't know that you're African, it's a big problem because we prefer to say we are Bajan, we are Trinidad, and we are Jamaican.
True.
Because people was brought here not by free will, but by force. And it's thief in the land with the pan.
Serious.
The Spaniards come and see the Tainos and the African them and capture the land and thief the land. And then the next thieving people, the British come and thief it from the Spaniard them. And now them have the land is thief from thief, appear thief. You know, so we can't go get entanglement in that now, and I say, well, you know, we're independent because them so we're independent. Somebody can't get your freedom. You can't get your freedom, you have to take it.
Serious.
So like, you can't get freedom. Freedom cannot be given to you on a platter. You know, so we have to take that freedom. And right now the people them is not free. Them believe so because them live in an illusion. It's an illusion that black people live in. When them say, why are we free for this? Yeah, we're free for support Americanization. And what come from China and Britain, that is what we're free for do. But what happened? Most of the people them in Jamaica, they ask the youth, them America, them want to go.
True.
You mention Africa to them have said, no, sir, too much killing are going to Africa. Too much killing are going to Africa. If you look on the world right now, white people are killing white people more than anybody else. So when we are talking about say, Africa, it's someone want Africa, it's Africa. It's we have to go build back Africa. Africa, I used to have to say, Africa waits its creators. And even if we don't want to go down there, because everybody now will go down there, we have to make sure say, where we're there, so become Africa. In our consciousness, we have to return what we call Sankofa.
Yes.
To our true heritage and understanding ourselves. And we can't use Western philosophy and Western ideas and Western logic to define ourselves as a people. We have to define ourselves. Just like how the Chinese them define for themselves. And them is Chinese, no matter where them go. If them go to Barbados, them is Chinese, them name Ching and Chow and Che. We there, so we name Mr. Brown and Mr. White and all these names. And when you tell a man say name African, so what kind of name that? Like them like the African name, them want to hear Mr. Smith or Thompson or Johnson, son of John, Thompson, son of Tom. That is what they want. You see? We lose ourselves. And that we know as Rastafari, Virgin Ancestry, and Pan-Africanists, a fight and a struggle for people them return to themselves. Return to themselves. Because we lose ourselves between across the Atlantic Ocean. We lose it. And we slowly are coming up. The mill are grind slowly, but it's a grind still, we slowly are coming. We give thanks to the little, but we have a far way to go. Far, far way. So all of these things about independence and this and that, and if you're independent and if you're independent, we want to find out how we will get back with African mind. It's with African mind we must talk about how we will get that back.
Serious.
With the people that crime and violence and all the things them that associate with Western ways of living. We don't have no land. Land is power. If you don't have no land, you don't have no power. Most of the war that has been fought on earth was fought over land.
Over land. It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
No, we don't have no land. We have a little cubicle. I say we live in our house, in a little box. African people used to live in a box. We have box, and outside we have yard, land to run up and down for plant and food and all them something there. And do these things. Now, we go and sky high up in the ear. You look over, you see pure sky. You look down, you see earth, you look up, you see sky, you don't touch the earth, you touch concrete and steel. And when I have nothing against concrete and steel, but it must not make we become concrete and steel. Because that's what we see going on in our black people. We have become concrete and steel. We're hardened, we're tough. And we're not tough for the right reason. We're killing each other, exploiting each other. Corruption is in the Caribbean, rampant, and Africa. Serious.
So
that is what we are talking about.
Serious. But you said something there is quite interesting in terms of getting back the African mind. We lost our minds. And, I always have this conversation with some friends of mine who are in education. And I agree that education is very important. But what's more important is the type of education that we give our children, or we expose our children to. And I like to think that through the system, the way that's established again, like how you said, they gave us the colonial constitution, this kind of stuff. The education system in the Caribbean, well, across the globe, especially Caribbean, is designed to produce servants. So we have places like the University of the West Indies, who yet to produce a leader, but yet produce more individuals who suffer from this same mindset to some degree, the same Stockholm syndrome you spoke about. How do we reverse that? How do we get people to realize that education is the most important thing, but it is the type of education that we give our children?
Yeah, well, you see, we're making a mistake and we're confusing education with indoctrination.
Okay.
So there's a difference between education and indoctrination.
What's the difference?
We have never,
right,
people will never educate powerless people in what it means to take the power away from them. Because the aim of powerful people is to stay powerful by any means necessary. John in the class for that. Powerful people will never educate powerless people. So what them do, them indoctrinate you. So the indoctrination that you get in these universities and all these schools is to keep the system intact. And then instead of white people keep it intact, them are black people that keep white people things intact. So now when we look at some both slave around the place with jacket and tie and feel that them reach somewhere, but they are working for the slave master still, because their mind is up that where them say, okay, you have to get a degree, and them can't do nothing more than what the slave master teach them to do. Black people in the world, in a Caribbean, all owning the business. The business was handed down from the slave master to his family. And up to now, even in Jamaica, black people are the majority of Jamaican people don't own the land where them depend. They own the house, but not the land. See? So what we say? Because we still have crown land in Jamaica. Crown land, imagine that. We're independent and we have crown land to the people. When you go to court, them say, the king versus what? Tom Jones. It's not the people versus Tom Jones, It's the king. Right. That means they must pay allegiance to the king. Who's the king? It's not Haile Selassie the king. It's King Charles and his family and his successors. So how we come to that still, and we are talking about we're independent, we are talking about this and we are talking about that. We're not own. Watch out, man. The food we get, the majority of food we have come from foreign. Foreign, and when you drive all over Jamaica, it's a land like wow. Trees could go each up on the land.
Plenty land, but we import plenty food.
Majority of food we have in Jamaica come from foreign.
Same here in Barbados. Same thing.
They come take over the place. The Chinese come take over the place. So we see we have some both slave around the place. And they don't understand how neo-colonialism runs deep in the mind through the education system. It's the education system that perpetuates colonialism. That's why I call it neo-colonialism now, because there's a new colonialism that is taking place. And it comes through how we view ourselves through the religion and through the education in the school. So the education, where we get from this, the church, because most of the school is started by the church. So the church is there to perpetuate the same mindset that enslaved we. So we know it's traumatized because we are enslaved ourselves. And feel so we're free. It's like you put a rat in a man in a room, and because him about space in the room, him say him enslaved, but you put him in a bigger room, him say rat, I'm free the room is bigger.
But he's still in the room.
Madness.
But he's still in the room.
Yeah, it's madness. It's madness.
But because he have more room to run around, he don't realize he's still in the room.
He's still in a room. He's still in a room, of course. So we have to really figure out what we're doing now. We have to figure it out.
Right.
We have to figure it out.
We have to get some leaders now where it's African-minded, African-centered, where we can connect with the continent of Africa rather than keep connected with England, Germany, France, and America, and all our life depend on them. If them catch cold, we catch fever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If them say 1, we say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's joke. It's joke business. We have a police force. The police force in Jamaica was started to quell slave uprising from Paul Bogle. That is why it never started. The majority of people start to keep the slave master and implantation intact.
That's right.
That is why they started the police force. So it's still a force. It's a force against the people.
Serious.
So we come recognize that now. We are telling people that they must wake up. And unless we can say our eyes.
Hold a second. I think there's some interference in your line. I know that you mentioned police. Okay, try again.
Try what?
Yeah, no, there was some interference just now in the line, the phone line.
Yeah.
But no, I like what you were saying with the neo-colony is the truth. And I think that the reason why perhaps a lot of the Caribbean leaders, and I got to say Caribbean leaders don't recognize that, is because of the type of education, the indoctrination that they receive, that doesn't allow them to see past the Union Jack. And therefore, they don't really rave and represent Africa and Africans. They represent the interests of the colonial master that they still submit to.
You don't see America, they're way over the side of the world.
Right.
And them support Ukraine to kill off this white country, America, and support a white country in Ukraine to kill off an ex-white man in Russia. And this white man in Russia, I try to kill off some white man in Ukraine because I say Russia and Ukraine are the same land. But
right.
It is because land is power, everybody fight for that. The Chinese, them are fight for Taiwan. And look what Taiwan is very so. If a man go to Puerto Rico, go to Hawaii, them say it's America property that. So if you're born in Hawaii, he's American. And if you're born in Puerto Rico, he's American. What kind of madness is that? It's 5 hours flight from California to go to Hawaii. Yet it is Hawaii owned by America. You think you could have go around the car and no one has said, boy, right now, a piece of land over there, you have a They say, no, we got to ride the people like. But them can go around the place and look how far the country they from the other country.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So it's just like I say that we need to look where we are in the earth and just get up. This politics and religion causing much division amongst the two enemy of the people. Politics and religion is the enemy of the people, man.
Serious. I like to think that at this stage in 2022, with all the things going on around the world, you could see the writings on the wall, you could see what's happening, that more people become aware, and perhaps, like you said, we got to figure it out. We got to find ways to build and connect and stop look on divisions and fight one another upon things that we don't even comprehend fully yet, but rather focus on what we have in common and how we can work collectively together. Barbados, trade with Jamaica, St. Vincent, Dominica, the Caribbean, go over to Africa, bring in stuff, and start to put them things in motion.
Yeah, well, they say that's what the CARICOM supposed to say now. It's not CARICOM against CARICO.
CARICO.
Them take all our things them and CARICO. Them take all our things them and CARICO America.
CARICO, not CARICOM.
No, come to we. For them things that come to we not carry nothing go nowhere. CARICOM. It's a joke business.
Serious. I agree. I totally agree. And that's why, but the people can't sit back and depend on the so-called government to do it. The people is the government. So therefore, the people got to get up and start to learn to govern self and make certain decisions and do certain things according to what they know. So we have to start, like you said, looking amongst us and have people amongst us raise up that kind of mindset in the people to focus on how do we collectively move forward as a body and not look to the politician who's most likely interested in the political stuff, like you said, the whole union, European idea, as opposed to having an African mindset, thinking what's in the interests of Africans at home and abroad.
They say, you have African, you have a West Indian mindset. Most people in the Caribbean have a West Indian mindset, so they come from the West Indies.
A West Indian mindset. Define that for me, please. Define it for me first. A West Indian mindset.
Well, we are not Indian. Columbus make a mistake. Him thought he was rich going to India.
Right.
By traveling west. And him end up on here. So when you look at the people, them say, right, this up half of all people them look is more from India and this. So it's just the west of India. It's not India, this. It's not even near India. So the Indian mindset now come from we saying this Indian because Columbus said he's Indian. And we perpetuate that over the history. Grandmothers come tell them picnic and them picnic come tell them let's picnic. Say, we are all West Indians. But them never tell them it's African yet.
True.
Because you are African slave, African young people and Africa I want to find down naked and something, you know, associate yourself with Africa. So meanwhile you they say West Indian because Columbus thinks they are India. Britain go to India, go colonize India and divide up the country between Pakistan and India and say it's two different countries. When are the same people then. And the same Pakistan and India start fighting against one another. And I recognize them is Indian. So why the hell them fighting for two different countries? It's not a separate country. It's Britain got divided. Just like all them go. Britain say some people want some land where I run. And them take the Palestinian land and give it so-called Israeli them and call it Israeli land. I know Israeli land. A thiefing land. It's some Russian and some German go there, go take over the land and them push the people them. Half of them are not controlling that. It's Britain to that.
True.
To that. So we have to recognize how the thing have go and stop using them logic like West Indian. It might not sound important.
I agree.
But it also helps. It kind of solidify some Western mindset in a way that we don't want to say we're African. We say we're West. Most people in the Caribbean prefer to say them as West Indian than Caribbean, than
African.
And if you tell them say them is African, them say them never born in Africa.
True.
You don't have to born in Africa to be African. If a cow born in a pig pen, it's not a pig.
It's
Cow
still
born in a pig pen, make him a pig.
It's still
a cow is a cow is a
still
cow.
Still is a cow. Cow is a cow.
Yes, so I born on ya, so don't make like that. I is African no matter where I go. I can't change the color. You can't change the nationality.
Right.
But Jamaican don't marry German, white woman over there come German. White people come here, so I'm come Jamaican by nationality.
Chinese come there and become Jamaican.
But the Chinese not same as Jamaican. The Chinese same are Chinese.
So he's still a Jamaican. So he's a Chinese with a Jamaican nationality.
A Chinese were born in a Jamaican nationality. He recognize that in himself.
Wow.
Because his name identify him.
Wow.
Okay.
True.
When black people say, when black people say, them is West Indian and them is Jamaican or them black. When black people say them black, what that mean? It doesn't mean nothing because you can't identify your country where you come from within a color or a place that don't identify the people them. So when the Chinaman say him name Chin and Chow, for you even say Chin, you know them are Chinese.
Right.
But when you say Chow, you know them are Chinese. No. We who come from Africa, we find every other thing to identify with. Instead of say we are African, we are Negro. We spell Negro land there. Them not no Negro land. We black. We spell black land there. Them not no black land. These things don't identify you with land. Every human being on earth identify with land. That is why so much why I fight over land. If you do have no land, you do have no power. And if you do within a little island, so we can't give up the continent for an island. But we understand the logic side. Since we're there, so we have to find best use and make where we're there. But we can't take out the African out of it because it's not because you're born in Africa, you're Africa. It's because Africa born in you.
Serious.
And no matter where you come from, as long as you're a black man, you're an African.
Serious. Serious.
But the thing that must rally around is being African. When we say being African, who's an African? That is what we are talking about, you know. That who's that Jamaican. Anybody can be a Jamaican because you hear them say out of many one people. Ignoring the black majority. That's what they are doing now. Ignore the black majority when they say out of many one people. Which really is out of one people, many come. Because out
True.
of African people, many other people come. You know,
while they're ignoring the black majority.
Yeah, them give up the African tendency to know, so look here now. We're not talking about an African found, they are found a Jamaican, and then bring some people come and so they didn't sleep and call them Jamaican too. You bring some German come here and them get nationality, them say them are Jamaican too. So they might try deculturize your brains to accept, say, all we are one people, look here. I just have to say, until the philosophy that all one is superior and the other inferior. What am I talking about? Until the philosophy. What is the philosophy? That all one is superior and inferior.
That's that white supremacy.
White supremacy and racism.
And racism, is it true?
Yeah, white supremacy and racism, all one is superior and the other inferior. He say until the color of a man's skin is have no more significance than the color of his eyes. And he must show you say why right now, when them things become insignificant, it is okay. But until those things happen, we Africans will fight if it is necessary. Because we are confident in the victory of good over evil.
Rastafari.
So Bob Marley comes to the song and say, it's war. In the end, he said it's war. I still never mention why and say we Africans will fight.
We find it necessary.
Days. Yeah, until those days, you know. Because he recognizes them days are not coming, you know, because black people still have a problem. He say until those days, we Africans will fight if it is necessary. Because we are confident in the victory of good over
evil. That's right.
Yeah, so we have to fight still because them days do not come. It's that we have fight to make happen. But a man don't look by you because he might judge you because where you come from Africa, you don't want to say African. Because black people now have a contempt for Africa more than all white people have contempt for Africa. Because when you take the plane and go to Africa, pay white people they buy the plane and go along there.
Serious.
Because it's on the safari. I forgot to do this, them help poor people and this part of the country in Nigeria and Somalia, and them help we. And we can't help ourselves. We always want hand out, hand in, and hand under. So because idiot politicians over there will get trained in Europe, come back with them European mentality to come show African people how to run country. When they can't use for them things to run our life. We have to figure out our life, can't our culture, because all of them things that come from culture. Culture is the basis of all society. Sociology, archaeology, anthropology, all the ology, them including religion, come from culture. And right now we give up our culture. That means we take white people religion and I talk about Jesus, and Jesus will come out of the sky and God this and God that. Adam and Eve and Moses part C, and man command son to stand still, and it's joke business. And them not believe that. Them not believe that at all. Because meanwhile we are all on religion, them are move away from it.
True. It's true.
Yeah.
While we perfecting it, they separating from it.
Yeah, man. Anyway, brethren, we there a long time, I'm going to do something else, you know, believe you me.
Yeah. But we still give thanks for the time that you come forward. I know the technical difficulty. We're going to revisit this another time. We got some things happening. But I like what you said about independence and the illusion of it, because we can't be independent if we're still dependent on these terms and ideas that they give us as a gift. Actually, they call it a gift. They gift us independence.
Yeah, man.
But we give thanks for sharing your time. Rastafari live, reign, and rule continually.
It's like a man, a man will teach something. Like you have some man now where him teach while watch out at store.
Mm-hmm.
And then bring to him wife and say, darling, I have a gift for you. And you have her and the watch and I said, well, come on, my husband love me.
Right.
I got show her the next man the watch and say, see, my husband buy watch for me and I check it. And the man watch when they sell to the store.
Mm-hmm.
At the bar shop, our husband going to go buy watch. And I said, but you know, so a thief and thief, though. A thief and thief, my watch, you know, and come sell you, and come give you, and I go like say, him love you, because I'm here watch. A thief and watch. But that's the same thing all we. Man, come here and thief your things, right? And then come back, come and give you it. Like say, him love you. He must sell you your things, you know.
Serious.
Like say, him love you, him love you. And your things.
Serious.
Your things.
Speaking of Tiffin, you want to give us Tiffin legacy before you go?
No, I want to leave now. Because
all right.
Yet.
All right.
And it takes 40 minutes, and I will take 30 minutes. I try to figure out this thing out.
All right. Well, here what? Give thanks nonetheless.
Let's play the music. No, my have a tune. You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy it.
I gonna look for it.
Asian people don't play Jamaican poetry. Watch it, you know.
Well, you're gonna play it tonight. I gonna find it.
Yeah, man. Keep your legacy. All right, not a movie.
Give thanks, man. Blessed love, King Rastafari.
Yeah, man.
Rises. Yes, family. MUTABARUKA. Interesting. Got a lot of little interference, a lot of little things happening. We already know how that goes, though. We know all too well how that'll work. But energy can't stop, man. It just flows. So definitely want to send some energy to the elder, same way. Give thanks for those tuning in and being patient, especially with the device. I hope that it was clear enough that you could grasp what was being said. You know, what is most profound is, like he said, we got to stop speaking this falsehood, this narrative, and calling these things outside of what they really are. If it's a spade, call a spade, and stop perpetuating the illusion. I think that is one of the first things we could do as well, in addition to other things, moving forward. Call a spade, call a spade. But definitely give thanks for those who patiently held on and tuned in. So I go look for this tune. This poem is a powerful stuff. I'm going to end off with that particular one. But before, let me go and play this clip here, which I think is interesting. You can't make this stuff up. Like I told, you got to watch when they do stuff like this, because then the question is, why? You know, why? What's the reason? What's the true reason behind it? Is it for some other alternate reason? You know, do we even really understand the reasoning behind why they do the things they do? But let me check this out real quick here. I just want to play this real quick, man. And this is for obvious reasons, family. You know, obvious reasons.
The decision to observe November 30th.
Hang on. Let me pull this from the top.
Last Thursday, the Cabinet of Barbados took the decision to observe November 30th as Barbados National Day, commemorating both our independence from Britain in 1966 and our transition to parliamentary republic in 2021. I, as Minister of Information, announced that decision to the public during a press briefing yesterday afternoon at Ilara Court. The response of Barbadians from all walks of life has been swift and vocal, with the overwhelming majority of you not in favor of the change or of its timing. This Barbados Labour Party government is one that is committed to promoting a sense of patriotism and national pride during the month of November. At some point, we must come up with a suitable way to collectively craft a meaningful and celebratory way to honor these two most significant achievements in our nation's history: the attainment of independence in 1966 and our first Prime Minister, the Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow National Hero, and the transition to parliamentary republic last year in 2021, and our first Barbadian Head of State, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Sandra Mason, President of Barbados. But it is also clear that now is not the time. I am a member of a government that listens, and as we have done in the past, we have listened to the voice of the people. I now come to you again to state that as a chairman of the Cabinet Subcommittee on National Events in November, I will take this matter to Cabinet once again, with a recommendation that this particular initiative be paused pending inclusive public discourse and consultations with the widest possible cross-section of the Barbadian public and with the social partnership. I will recommend that the status quo be preserved and that we celebrate November 30th, 2022 as Independence Day. The decision of the Cabinet will be made public immediately following tomorrow's Cabinet meeting.
Okay. That was quite touching. Very touching. I don't know if y'all understood what was just said. I hope y'all understood what was just said. If y'all missed what was just said, let's break this down, man. Let's break this down. You know, this is the government that listens. You know, you can't make this stuff up, man. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Listen to this again.
Last Thursday, the Cabinet of Barbados took the decision to observe November 30th as Barbados National Day, commemorating both our independence from Britain in 1966 and our transition to parliamentary republic in 2021. I, as Minister of Information, announced that decision to the public during a press briefing yesterday afternoon at Ilara Court. The response of Barbadians from all walks of life has been swift and vocal, with the overwhelming majority of you not in favor of the change or of its timing. This Barbados Labour Party government is one that is committed to promoting a sense of patriotism and national pride during the month of November. At some point, we must come up with a suitable way to collectively craft a meaningful and celebratory way to honor these two most significant achievements in our nation's history: the attainment of independence in 1966 and our first Prime Minister, the Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow National Hero, and the transition to parliamentary republic last year in 2021, and our first Barbadian head of state, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Sandra Mason, President of Barbados. But it is also clear that now is not the time. I am a member of a government that listens, and as we have done in the past, we have listened to the voice of the people. I now come to you again to state that as the chairman of the Cabinet Subcommittee on National Events in November, I will take this matter to Cabinet once again, with a recommendation that this particular initiative be paused pending inclusive public discourse and consultations with the widest possible cross-section of the Barbadian public and with the social partnership. I will recommend that the status quo be preserved and that we celebrate November 30th, 2022 as Independence Day. The decision of the Cabinet will be made public immediately following tomorrow's Cabinet meeting. Thank you.
All right. Government that listens. What a load of hoax. Look, family, you can't make this stuff up, man. You know, you cannot make this up. You know, the elders talked about, you know, the man that went and stole the watch, jewelry, and then giving wife and said, look, I love you. But it was really stolen to start with. Why you think they said they was going to take it from you, and in less than a day or two came back and said, okay, we're going to give it back. As a matter of fact, we a government that listens. And I'm going to take this to Cabinet, and I'm going to work on this for the people. And so this is nothing but a publicity stunt, just for the record. And, it's to try to build back some character and gain some momentum with the people who are very concerned about stuff like that. But for those of us who are fully aware that this is an illusion, this is nothing but a PR stunt. That's all it is. I was wondering why did he not respond so quickly to the survey that exploited the children and violated them? Why did he not come out and, as man who represents the national security, the security of the nation of Barbados, and said a word? Such a breach like that with data, violating 733 children, and not a word. But yet, we are a government that listens. Did you not hear the people crying out about the children? Did you not see the protests about the children? Did you not recognize that they were asking for the removal of the Minister of Education? You said you're a government that listens. Where was the listening ears during that time? Is what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Where was the listening ear during that time? So, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. They're the government that listens. Family, they're not listening here. Trust me. This is nothing but a PR stunt. This is just an illusion. So you got to ask yourself, what's currently going on that they needed you to be distracted from? What was the focus? What was happening that they need us to be looking the other direction? Like, look over there, Elvis Presley. And when you look, they steal something out your tray. You know what I mean? What did I miss? Look at it carefully, family. Look at it very carefully. Kevin, I agree, man. How's it come with these social partners? Who are these social partners? Who? Interesting. I see you, Phil. Shabbat shalom to you too. Man, this is crazy. I want to share something real quick. I think I should do that. Let me just show you this thing real quick, family. Let me just go ahead and show you this real quick. Let me independence. We a government that listens. Yeah, it was almost brilliant. If you didn't know what was going on, it would have been brilliant. But I want y'all to check this out really quick, family. Check this out, man. Check this out. Some of y'all might recognize this. Looks familiar? I had to go and get this, man. I had to go get this. As a matter of fact, this was an interesting, this particular, let me go this one. Can y'all see this? Give me some feed forward. Let me know what's happening, man. Is it clear? Can you see it clearly? Can you see this, family? Let me go a little closer, man. Let me just bring this a little closer. Yeah, that should be it there. You see this, family? Orange Fort. Apparently, this is quite interesting because this is what I'm trying to figure out. We got this thing called Orange Fort in Barbados. A fort from 1603 to 1651. Now, anybody who has done the basic study would know that Barbados Charter was created about 1651, 52-ish time. That later on became what we now know as Barbados Constitution. It didn't start out as a constitution. It was a charter agreement between Barbados and England. So what was that about? The funny thing is, they told us that Barbados was settled by the British after they stuck their name on a tree a couple of years before that and came back. And the thing is this, in 1627, that's 24 years a bit off the mark, according to the Orange Fort reality. But Spice Town is being recognized as being established from 1603, not 1627, as we were told. No. It is the second town of the island, Spice Town, developed in the 1630s on lands owned by William Spice, a Jewish merchant. This is the thing, though, The town was known as Little Bristol until the 19th century, because of the great volume of district trade existing between itself and Bristol. Well, Bristol, England, Little Bristol. I suppose the spices going back and forth for all that time. The funny thing is this, though. If it was first settled in 27, I mean, how long do you take to settle, deforest, bring in supplies, plant, grow, I mean, they shipping spices off of trees. I would like to think like nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff. You know, how long these trees took to grow, like how long they take to grow, just before you can start shaving off the bark and stuff and using it. But the focus I want to bring attention to here, like I said, is the two things there: the Jewish merchant, um, and the 1603. 1603. You know that so much has been distorted when it comes to the territory of what they call Barbados, that for the most part, most people just walk by, like the brother said, just can't really be bothered. Like, you know, it is what it is. What can you do? And then there's another group of individuals who are seeking to bring about some serious change to that narrative, and they're relentless about it too. And so knowing this stuff helps you realize that when you were told one thing and you come and look around the place, what you were told one thing, and you start seeing different things like, wait, I didn't know this, and I didn't know this, and I didn't know this, that contradict what you were told. What do you start to believe? The things you're seeing in front of you, or you rely on what the story that you were told by, well, the teachers and well, I don't want to say historians, but the individuals who I suppose have studied as well. The question is, what is it they're studying? Is it studying to perpetuate a lie, or is it studying to bring clarity? So is it accountability with enslavement, or is it liberation with freedom? The intention, I suppose, is what makes the difference, family. And without the intention, then what is the intention? But I thought this was interesting, though. I want to post this on the Politically Incorrect page. Y'all go take a look at it. This is in Spicetown, opposite the Fisherman's Pub, indeed, right across the street. Give thanks for the information. And yes, it is there. Yes, I have a photograph of it. And it is quite interesting. Quite interesting. Especially the part with the fort, Orange Fort. Go do some research on Orange Fort. So there was a fort in Barbados, apparently, all that time. But if it's a fort there had to be people. And if it were people in a fort, what were they defending? Just the land? That means they had to have establishments of some sort, at least food, unless they were drinking coconut water, eating jelly for the whole time. For the 24 years they were staked out here till 1627. That's what they want us to believe. Folks were staked out on the Barbados, eating simple roast breadfruit and drinking coconut water. Don't forget the spices. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. You really can't. I mean, this is too outrageous. Yeah, I'm gonna post that on the page for those who are interested in seeing that. Before I go, I want to bring you all awareness to one more thing. I just became aware of this yesterday, and again, I might as well just put this up as you can't make this. This is another you can't make this stuff up. Who would ever thought, right? I mean, you buy household cleaning products to clean and disinfect and kill bacteria, but who would have ever thought that? Well, just take a look at this. I think that's the best thing for you to do. Just take a look at this, man. Somebody come and look here. Take a look at this. Take a look at this, man.
Another day, another recall. This time it's because bacteria could be lurking in your bottle of Pine Sol disinfectant. Clorox issued a voluntary recall on Tuesday of several scented Pine Sol products, which they say may contain Pseudomonas aeruginosa, a bacterium commonly found in soil and water. A statement from the company read in part, quote, "We are conducting this recall to safeguard your health and well-being." To date, testing has identified this bacteria and perhaps others in some of the approximately 37 million products subject to the recall, number 23022, which were all produced between January 2021 and September 2022 in the company's facility in Forest Park, Georgia. The recalled products include Pine Sol scented multi-surface cleaners in Lavender Clean, Sparkling Wave, and Lemon Fresh scents. Also included are Clorox Pro Pine Sol all-purpose cleaners in Lavender Clean, Sparkling Wave, Lemon Fresh, and Orange Energy scents, and Clorox Professional Pine Sol Lemon Fresh cleaners. The recalled products all have date codes beginning with A4 and are followed by a 5-digit number, which is less than 22,249. The cleaners are sold in bottles of 28, 48, 60, 100, 144, and 175 fluid ounces. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has advised consumers with these products in their possession to stop using them immediately, as the bacteria can enter the body via inhalation, through the eyes, or through broken skin. Quote, people with weakened immune systems or external medical devices who are exposed to Pseudomonas aeruginosa face a risk of serious infection that may require medical treatment. People with healthy immune systems are usually not affected by the bacteria, the CPSC says. Clorox will be issuing refunds to those who purchased the recalled products. Consumers are specifically advised to take pictures of the 12-digit universal product code and the date code, and then dispose of the product still in its container with regular household trash, and contact the company either by telephone or visiting pinesolrecall.com for instructions on receiving a full refund of the purchase price with receipt, or of the manufacturer's suggested retail price without a receipt. The affected products were sold across the U.S. at major retailers and also online for between $2.50 and $12.50. Clorox says it has received no reports of incidents or injuries to date regarding the bacterial contaminant.
Well, there you have it. You know, I would assume that if there was bacteria in a disinfectant that was created to kill bacteria, it would have killed the bacteria. So I can't even figure that one out, family. Just give you all a little heads up. If you had not seen it, go talk to your people in case they went to a market. Had them go and check that. As a matter of fact, let me go and post that link as well, because I think there's a serial. I think there's like a serial number, a specific set of numbers that you have to look for based on the items you might have. So I want to post that warning here, just in case, man. Like I said, the bacteria disinfectant that was designed to kill bacteria apparently has a bacteria that might kill you. You can't make this stuff up, family. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. So unless it was, I like Wayne dropped a little message. Unless it was never disinfectant at all, it makes sense. The funny thing is this: they said that it doesn't apply to the original one. So maybe the original disinfectant is the real thing, and this other colorful smell like fruits and mangoes and other stuff, maybe that's just that water that smells good. I don't know, but they said that it contained some deadly bacteria for those who might have a weak immune system. Ironically, you know, this thing you can't make this thing up, man. Anyhow, family, the time is, want to give thanks, man, for the elder again coming forward and sharing. I'm definitely going to play his joint in a second. And I noticed we were trying to get into it because we started a bit late. So for all my brothers and sisters observing today as their holy day, Shabbat Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum to the brothers and sisters as well. Ashe Hotep, the conscious community. Namaste for those who practice the Eastern faith. And without question, Rastafari to the brethren and sisters, and to everybody else, pure love and pure light. Quite frankly, I think that at this point, the brother said it best. We got to figure this out, man. I like those words, man. We have to figure this out, man. But right now, you're going to drop a joint by him. It's called a joint. I've heard him say it a few times, but I totally like it, love it. I'm going to drop this for you. It's called Tiefin Legacy. Take a listen.
Give me this. Give me that. Give me back me everything you got. Give me philosophy you carry to Greece. Thief, Homer, and Socrates. Give me historical masterpiece. Give me back my name. Give me back my calendar. Give me books of tea from Alexandria. Give me queen like Cleopatra. Me no want to hear about Queen Victoria. Give me language I know so well. You mix up English confusing no hell. Give me back my maths, you Pythagoras. Give me symbols and tea from us. Give me this. Give me that. Give me back me everything you got. Give me diamond. Give me gold. Give me back me rock and roll. Give me uranium. Give me coal. Give me reggae. Give me blues. Give me music that you confuse. No spiritual concept originated there. So who I praise? You shouldn't care. You say, steal not, you thief my land, sex not, you rape my mother, keep the Sabbath. We work 7 days a week. You build a nation from the sweat of my back. Now you want to come give me crack. Give me my herbs, let me make some tea. Give me back all my fruit tree. Give me the remedy that make blind see. Give me everything that you take from me. Give me this, give me that. Give me back me everything you got. Give me a space I can run my own life. Respect is due. The time is now. No more turn cheek. This time we now bow.
That's right. This time we now bow. This time we now bow. Hella said it best. I give thanks, man. Loving it, loving it. General, much salute to you, MUTABARUKA, for coming through. And perhaps we could, again, to be continued, get the electronics rights and plug in for part 2. So independence is a joke. When did oh, that's what I wanted to read. When did I got one more thing to share. And I understand what the elder meant in terms of the physical territory that's been here forever. But the words they play and the semantics they play. That I was telling someone, you know, the question is, when did Barbados become a country? You see, the idea that the country is the land. And that's the mistake we have always made by assuming that a country is the land. A country is never in the land. A country is not even land. As a matter of fact, the country, by definition, the word they use, country, because bear in mind, these are words they use. Like he said, give me back me gold. The idea is that they use these words, man, to deceive us and trick us. Because think about it for a second. Africa is a continent, a whole continent, been there for eons, yet have how many countries? 54 countries? So how that become, how that get so? How that become countries all of a sudden? Because the Berlin Conference sat down and carved out imaginary lines and said, well, this funny shape that I put here, this we're gonna call this a country, and they're gonna give this to Portugal. And this other shape we're gonna put here, we're gonna carve this out, and we're gonna give this to France. And they carve out imaginary lines like Hispaniola, for example. There's no country in the world as Hispaniola. You notice that? Let me show you a quick science. There's no country in the world as Hispaniola. There's a territory that was once called Hispaniola that is now known today as the country of Haiti, well, Haiti, formerly Haiti, and the country of Dominican Republic, or the Republic of Dominica, the DR. So I said that to say, well, wait a minute. So what happened to Hispaniola? That done way and gone. And no more exists. Interesting, right? So the question is, what is a country, family? Can somebody tell me what a country is? Please post it right there if you can. Please, somebody tell me what is a country. What is a country, family? Before we go, we here talk Barbados. This is my country. Country came with colonialism, man. Before colonialism, there was no countries. There was no such thing as a country prior to colonialism. Was there? If there, show me. You see, they're switching the words. Let me show you how they switch the words. Let me show you. Let me show you how they switch the words. Because if you switch the words, if you put it in its proper perspective, then it starts to make sense. So rather than use the word country, I want y'all to return, like, was it America is the United States of America, which is funny because the truth is the word state is interchangeable with the word country. So that's why the elder just said Texas, all them other so-called states are really countries. They're actually republics. Most of them are republics, not all. They're actually republics, believe it or not, the Republic of Texas, they're actually republics. But they don't tell us that. That's why they all actually have their own flag. Man, this thing getting out of hand here now. The word country is also the same as the word state. Check this out. This is actually, I'm reading this from, what is this? This is Black's Law 4th edition. That's what this is. Black's Law, 4th edition. I wonder if I have this online. If I have this online, I can put a link up. Let me see. Is this a website? I think so. File, documents, Black's Law. Okay, I don't know. You gotta go Google it. Maybe you can get it that way. I'm not sure. I don't want to even switch this at this point. If I do that, might change the dynamics. Let me see. I don't know. Well, let's see. Okay. All right, let's try this really quick. Okay, so country is the portion of the Earth's surface occupied by an independent nation or people or the inhabitants of such territory. You see this word right here? Territory. I want you all to write that one down. Go write that one down. Go look that up. See what a territory is. Because a country, according to Black's Law Dictionary, the 4th edition, a country is the portion of the Earth's surface. The portion of the Earth's surface. Well, if the portion of the Earth's surface occupied by an independent nation, now here's the other part. An independent nation or independent people or the inhabitants of such territory. So you got 3 categories here. You got independent nation or a people or the inhabitants of such territory. Then wait a minute. You would think that an independent nation, because I guess there are nations who are not independent, are people or inhabitants of such territory, which are probably indigenous and aboriginal people. In its primary meaning, country signifies place, and in a larger sense, the territory or dominion occupied by a community or even vast and unpeopled section or regions of the earth. But its metaphorical meaning is no less definite and well understood. And in common parlance, in historical and geological writings, in diplomacy, legislation, treaties is that word, and international code, the word is employed to denote the population, the nation, the state. This is what I want to get. It is known. See, this is the thing. The state or the government having possession and dominion over a territory. Interesting. The word country is used in treaties made by the United States government. Well, that's in terms of that. But in the British colony, guess what? We don't call them states. We call them countries. But countries and states, family, is basically the same thing, interchanged in law. And this is the language that we keep finding ourselves not fully understanding. Hence, this is legalese, by the way. This isn't even English. It looks like English, sounds like English, but in essence, this is legalese. This is legalese. This is not the same. It sounds the same, but it's not the same. Game recognized game, and this is where we find ourselves trapped off in these. That's what he said. And there's no independence. When independence, what? So the United States is the United Countries. They're all countries. So now Africa is countries, but there's no headquarters like United Countries of Africa or United States of Africa. And the reason why that is because if they keep them divided, they can't speak as one. America speaks as one. Hence, they had the Civil War. Africa doesn't have civil wars. We have xenophobia and all kind of other crazy stuff and all kind of stuff going on. To keep them divided and keep them fighting each other. Because if we can get it together and bring it together, then that becomes look. America's a world power. Why? Because it's together. China's a world power because it's together. Russia is together. Africa is bigger than all of them. But yet, having power doesn't recognize it has power. You got to call a spade, family. That's all I'm saying. When did Barbados become a country? The truth and the fact is, Barbados became a country in 1966. Because prior to that, it was a colony. It was a colony. According to legal terms. Not English terms, but legal terms. So we're speaking from someone said I had to put it in the context. We're speaking from a legal and a lawful position, not a language position. Because legal and language is two different things. So from a language position, a country is a country. Well, a country is a country, whatever that means. But from a legal standpoint, which is even worse, it's a state. Let's make no mistake about that, man. Anyhow, having said that, family, go do some looking up, go do some homework. Recognize that this whole thing about independence, it's just a play of your emotions. It's just like allowing the dopamine to release and like, okay, yeah, whew, yeah, they did it for us, man. They gave us the stuff. So the LP wanted to have a walk, or whoever wanted to have a walk, or whoever was supposed to be out there running around. The reality is, brother said it. I played the video. He said that he would bring the book down on Miss Motley. Well, I don't know if he's going to get the chance to do that now, because the reality, the fact is, they changed it. So you can't listen. It's all a game, family. It's all a game. It's all a game. All a game. Anyhow, we out of here, man. We out of here. Y'all have a peaceful, upful, joyful night, and pay attention to what's going on, family. The writing is on the wall. Just pay attention. Start doing some reading, looking up some stuff, and understand that it's all a gimmick. So where to next? Where are they going? What's the objective? What is the objective? Independence. Give thanks for the link, family. Give thanks. Give thanks. For those interested in Black's Law Dictionary, the link is right there. Can't go wrong. Go check it out, man. So these are all states. That's what this Barbados is not a country. It is a state. Right now, it seems to be a dictatorship state. Serious. Give thanks, Art Emotion. For sure, for sure, for sure. I think you had a post up earlier. I saw it and I didn't miss it. There you go. Your independence can't be incorporated into the corporation. Seriously, man, coming up with the dependence depends upon those individuals who are bent on controlling the people and creating the vision and ensuring that the people have to depend on them. Create a begging society. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, family. There's another joint here by the same sistren. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this one here. Why not? Yes, homegrown. A state of confusion. That's what it is right now. That's exactly what it is right now, family. But let's recognize that what we could do is what we can do, and what we will do is continue to enlighten ourselves and those around us in order to get a clearer understanding of what's happening, man.
Love will shine on you. Love will shine.
Peace and love to you, Sharon.
My nation, my brother and sister. Don't you know my heart? It cries out for you.
Serious family, man.
Yes, I can tell some of those struggles you have been through. Along the way, love will shine on you. Don't lose your faith or let them jump over the wall or the gate of thy mind. Don't you lose hope as challenges they come and go.
Yes.
Daily we pray for the wisdom, courage, and strength to endure. One thing's for sure, most I reign forevermore.
Yes, I got pulled out with the family. Feel the pain of the people, man. You know, people wonder why I do this. Come on here. A lot of people think I put a lot of time into this. The truth is, hey, hold on a minute, man. Let me just give me a second, sis, right here, man. Give me a second, sis, man. On a serious note, right? People ask me, you put so much time into this 3 nights a week, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. Well, that's why I'm here. But the hours that going to preparing for it, making calls, connecting, this kind of stuff. The dedication comes from the idea that planting seeds, man. This, you know, sharing. I mean, just share the knowledge and the wisdom and recognize that, man, a lot of stuff doesn't add up. And the more people start to recognize these things, the more we can start repositioning ourselves to recognize that there has to be a better way. We can't keep going the same direction, wanting some different result. Like, there's a definition for that, man. I think it's called insanity. New beginnings, family. Feel the pain of the people, man. We empathize, man. You know, do this for the love of brotherhood and sisterhood. Requires a lot of sacrifices, and not too many people understand that. But
my brother and sister,
it's all love, family.
Don't you know my heart? It cries out for you.
People going through it, family. They really
yes,
are.
I can tell some of those struggles you have been through. Along the way, love will shine on you. Don't lose your faith or let them jump over the wall or the gate of thy mind. Don't you lose hope as challenges they come and go. Daily we pray for the wisdom, courage, and strength to endure.
Serious.
One thing's for sure, most I reign forevermore. Oh, my nation, my brother and sister.
Yes.
Don't you know my heart? It cries out for you.
Shout out to Andrew, man. Homegrown.
Yes, I can tell some of those struggles you have been through. Every step of the way, love will shine on you. And you can overcome every single obstacle that is placed on your path. And any weapon formed and set against you will come under his wrath. Don't let hate take a root inside of your heart. Keep on bearing good fruit now. Make that start only love, only. Oh, my nation, my brother and sister. Don't you know my heart? It cries out for you. Why? Yes, I can tell some of those struggles you have been through. Along the way,
yes, family.
will shine a light on you. Oh, 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 love will shine on you.
Yes, family.
Love will shine on you. Love will shine on you. Love will shine a light on you. Oh, my nation, my brother and sister.
Yes, yes, yes.
Don't you know my heart? It cries out for you. Yes, I can tell some of those struggles you have been through. Every step of the way, love will will shine on you.
We know the struggle, family. We know the struggle.
Love will shine
We know the
on
struggle,
you.
family.
Love will shine on you. Love will shine on
Haile
you.
Selassie the First, Empress Reserve and family. One perfect balance, man. You'll have an upful and joyful night. Always, man. Always, man. Remember that love is the key to this whole thing, man. But love is something you're going to have to defend it as well, seriously speaking, because it's that kind of time. Real thing, man. Shout out to Reality Shock, man. The people that making it happen for the sister. Big up to the whole Caribbean, man. One Caribbean, out of many. We are one people family. Let's keep that in mind, man. Give thanks and praise, man. For sure. Y'all have a peaceful night's rest, full of positive energy and positive thoughts. And I say peaceful, but in other words, keep your eye open, because while we at peace, like the elder said, we Africans will fight. We find it necessary if we find it necessary, because the reality is we are confident in the victory of good definitely overcoming evil. And make no mistake about it, family. That's what we're dealing with, man. Natasha, I see you too, family. You know, make it an upful and joyful night. And don't let nobody steal your joy, man, for sure. We link up on Monday, part 3. To be continued.